Here's the truth no one tells you. If you're even wondering whether your wife is cheating, the signs have already been there. You've been ignoring them, convincing yourself it's just stress or work or nothing to worry about. But here's the deal. I'm going to show you 9 subtle, yet unmistakable signs that will prove it, without you ever having to confront her. But don't just take my word for it. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, and let's dig deep. And hey, drop a comment and let me know. What city are you watching from? I'm curious how far this reaches. Way 1. The phone's mysterious behavior. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you saw your wife's phone out in the open? If it's been a while, you might want to start paying attention. See, the first sign of something being off isn't always blatant. It's subtle, and it's sitting right in her hand. Now, think about how she's handling that phone lately. Does she keep it close? I mean really close, like it's glued to her side. Maybe she used to leave it on the counter, but now, every time you turn around, it's in her hand or tucked into her pocket. Does she take it with her to the bathroom or grab it when she's walking to the kitchen? If this has become her new routine, it's not just a habit. It's a red flag. The second thing to notice, how she reacts when you're around her phone. Is she suddenly turning it face down when she gets a notification? Or worse, she rushes to pick it up and starts typing furiously, even if you haven't asked a single question. That's not normal behavior unless there's something she's trying to hide. Here's where it gets interesting. Cheaters are masters of cover-up, and they know exactly how to make their phone seem innocent. You'll notice her contacts are all labeled with innocent names, but you start seeing a pattern. Oh, that's just my friend from yoga. But you never met her yoga friends, and they're always too busy when you try to ask. Or you start noticing someone named Tina texting her at odd hours. But you've never met a Tina in your life. But don't rush to conclusions just yet. The trick isn't just in the name. It's the timing and the secrecy that gives her away. I'll bet you haven't thought to check her apps yet though, have you? That's the next piece of the puzzle. And trust me, it's about to get even messier. Way 2. The coldness in her touch. Something's different, isn't it? You feel it when she touches you, or when she doesn't touch you. There was a time when she couldn't wait to feel your hand in hers, a casual touch on your arm, or a warm kiss goodnight. But now, it's like she's pulling away. She says it's stress, maybe work got to her, but you know better. Stress doesn't make her pull back from you, it only drives her closer. When a woman is emotionally connected to her partner, even on bad days, she still seeks comfort in his touch. But when she's emotionally invested elsewhere, every touch becomes a reminder of what she's no longer feeling for you. Let's break it down. Think about the last time you tried to get close. Maybe you leaned in for a kiss or reached out to hold her hand, but instead of a soft embrace, you were met with hesitation. Her body stiffened, her eyes darted away. And you brushed it off at first. Maybe it was a long day, maybe she's tired, but it keeps happening. It's not just physical withdrawal either. You notice how she acts when you're out together, at family gatherings, when you're sitting on the couch. She's distant, she's there, but she's not really there. Her hand used to rest on your leg when you were watching TV, but now it sits at her side. That closeness, that connection, gone. And here's the part that gets you. When she's around other people, her touch is different. She's all smiles, a little too touchy-feely with friends or family. But with you, it's like you're strangers. It's not an accident. That's a red flag waving in your face, but you're too blinded by the hope she'll come back to see it clearly. But wait, it's not just about the physical withdrawal. There's a deeper psychological game she's playing. Let's dive into that next. Way 3, the gym and the glow-up. You've noticed it, haven't you? Suddenly, she's all about the gym. Maybe she never cared before, but now, she's up at 6 a.m., hitting the treadmill like her life depends on it. And those tight leggings, she never wore those until recently. It's like she's on a mission to look like a different woman. But here's the thing you need to understand. This isn't about health. This isn't about feeling better or getting in shape for herself. No, she's dressing up, getting fit, and posting gym selfies. But not for you. It's for someone else. And the way she's glowing, the energy she's suddenly radiating, that's not because of a workout routine. It's because she's seeking attention somewhere else. You'll start to notice her shopping sprees too. The wardrobe changes aren't just a new year, new me kind of thing. She's buying clothes you've never seen her wear before, showing off more skin, wearing outfits she used to say were too revealing. Funny, isn't it? You ask her where she's going and she says, "Oh, just out with the girls." But have you met these girls yet? Of course not. And what about those late nights at the gym, the ones where she stays longer than usual? You don't want to jump to conclusions, but it's starting to look like her new routine isn't just for fitness. When she's home, she's exhausted, but when she talks about her workouts, it's like she's telling you about her latest affair, not her morning jog. Her excitement isn't because of the gym, it's because of someone else she's meeting up with. But here's the kicker. This glow-up is just the beginning. Wait until you see how her entire attitude changes when she starts looking for validation. The signs are there, but they're easy to miss. Next, let's talk about how the people around her suddenly become her biggest supporters. And that's when things get even more suspicious. Way 4, her friends and their alibis. Have you noticed her friends becoming extra available lately? It's like they're always around when you need them to be, but never when you're around. Here's the deal. Her friends might not be innocent bystanders in all of this. They've become her alibi, her support system, and whether they realize it or not, they're covering up something. Suddenly, when she's out with her friends, she's always unreachable. You try to call or text, and either she's not answering or says, "I'm with Sarah, we're just catching up." But when you ask Sarah about it, she's clueless. And when you ask about their plans, she gets defensive. Why are you checking up on me? You've got to pay attention to how these friends act around you. Are they suddenly acting a little too chummy with her? Or maybe they're giving you excuses when you ask about her whereabouts. You'd think they'd have your back, but now they're doing everything to distance you from the truth. One moment they're telling you, she's fine, and the next, they're covering up stories that don't quite add up. Here's the real kicker. Her friends have started to turn against you. They've been subtly defending her when you ask about her behavior. Every time you bring up her distance, her late nights, or the fact that she's been a little too secretive, they say, "You're being paranoid." Funny how they never asked you how you were feeling, right? This isn't just an accidental shift. Her friends are playing a role in the cover-up, and you need to start paying attention. Every alibi, every excuse they make, is one more brick in the wall she's building between you and the truth. But what happens when you stop asking and start watching her behavior closely? Let's talk about what you can do next. Things are about to get even trickier. Way 5, the late work excuse. It's become her go-to excuse, hasn't it? "I have to stay late at work." Again. But how many times have you heard that now? More importantly, have you ever checked to see if her story adds up? The truth is, she's getting away with it because you've been giving her the benefit of the doubt. But here's the thing. If you're noticing the same story over and over, it's time to dig a little deeper. The thing about work late is that it's an easy cover-up. It sounds plausible. Everyone works late now and then, right? But here's what you need to watch for. The vagueness of the excuse. Does she give you any real details? Does she mention specific projects, meetings, or clients? Or is it always just, "I had to finish something"? That lack of specifics should raise a red flag. What's even more telling is how her mood shifts when she comes home. Is she exhausted, too tired to even talk to you? Or is she suddenly energized, like she's been recharged by something, or someone else? If she's had a long day, the last thing she should be doing is buzzing with excitement. But when you see that shift, when her energy seems to have nothing to do with the work she claims she was doing, that's when you should be worried. And what about the days she's suddenly too busy to even mention what she was doing, or when she acts defensive about her schedule? "I don't need to report every minute of my day to you," she says. That's a classic move to shut you down and keep you from asking questions. The question isn't whether she's been at work, it's who she's been meeting after hours. But here's the twist. The next time she tells you she's working late, don't ask, just observe. Something's about to break in her routine. And when it does, you'll have the last piece of the puzzle. Way 6, the emotional withdrawal. Have you ever noticed how distant she's become? It's like the woman you fell in love with has suddenly disappeared. The emotional connection you once shared now feels thin, almost like she's not really there when you talk to her. When she used to be your emotional anchor, now she's a cold, silent observer, offering little more than a few uninterested words when you try to connect. At first, it's easy to brush it off. She's stressed. She's tired. You might tell yourself, we all go through phases. But the truth is, this isn't just about being tired or overworked. This is a sign that she's emotionally checked out of your relationship. You're no longer her confidant. Instead, you've become a sounding board. Just someone she talks to because it's expected. The key is to notice how she reacts when you try to share something personal. Maybe you open up about a rough day at work, hoping she'll offer a little support or empathy. But instead, you're met with a cold shoulder. She doesn't ask how you feel. She doesn't lean in and listen like she used to. She barely even acknowledges your words. What you'll notice next is how quickly she turns the conversation back to herself. She might suddenly start venting about something trivial, her problems, her frustrations. But when you ask her about something important to you, she brushes it off. It's almost like you're talking to a wall. And when you confront her about the distance, she doesn't open up. Instead, she shuts you out even further, telling you that you're being overly sensitive. But deep down, you know something's wrong. Her heart is elsewhere. And the worst part? It's not just her actions, it's what she's no longer saying. The silence is her loudest message. Now, here's the thing. Emotional withdrawal is often the first sign of a deeper betrayal. But you're still missing the most subtle indicator. The next clue will make everything fall into place. Way 7. The guilt projection. Something strange has started happening in your relationship. Have you noticed her getting frustrated with you over the smallest things? What used to be casual, almost playful teasing has suddenly turned into criticism. Every little thing you do, whether it's how you eat, how you breathe, or even the way you laugh, seems to irritate her. This isn't just about you being difficult or her having a bad day. No, this is a pattern of guilt projection. Let me explain. When someone feels guilty about something they've done, especially something as heavy as cheating, they don't just carry the weight of that guilt alone. No, the subconscious mind can't handle it, so it starts looking for an outlet. And guess what? You become the target. Instead of facing the truth about what she's hiding, she starts to blame you. Suddenly, everything you do becomes a problem. She'll accuse you of things you never even imagined, things that don't make any sense. It could be something as simple as leaving a spoon out after dinner, or not paying enough attention to her when she's talking. It's like she's waiting for you to make a mistake so she can hold it against you. And the worst part? If you try to explain yourself, she gets even angrier. You're just making excuses. You never listen. This isn't about what you're doing wrong. It's about what she's doing wrong. And she's so deep in guilt that she can't face it. Instead, she projects it onto you, making you the villain in her mind. If you've ever tried to talk about this sudden shift in behavior, and she just accuses you of being too sensitive, it's time to start questioning what she's really hiding. But don't be fooled. This isn't just some random mood swing. What happens next will truly expose what's going on beneath the surface. Keep watching. Way 8. The cleansing ritual. You know those little things she used to do for self-care? A simple shower, some perfume, a quick change of clothes. Lately, though, these small routines have turned into something more elaborate, something that feels different. And the timing? That's what you need to pay attention to. She comes home from work, and before you even get a chance to greet her, she's rushing off to the bathroom. And when she comes out, she's fresh. Fresh like she just stepped out of a spa. A new scent, a longer shower, a change in clothes, even when she was just running errands. At first, it might seem like just a coincidence. Maybe she's into self-care, right? Everyone deserves a little me time. But here's the thing. When a woman is hiding something, she uses these rituals as a way to erase traces of someone else. She's not just washing off the day's stress. She's scrubbing away the guilt of what she's been doing behind your back. When a woman cheats, her body begins to feel like a battlefield. Her touch feels off. Her scent has changed. Her body language is distant, almost as if she's ashamed of it. So she cleanses herself, physically and emotionally, in an attempt to reset, to get rid of the reminders of what she's done. And the way she handles her clothes, that's another clue. If she's been wearing the same shirt all day, suddenly she'll change into something more comfortable or fresh when she gets home. But here's the kicker. That's not for you. It's for someone else she's been meeting up with. You'll notice it's a pattern, and it's happening more and more. It's not self-care anymore. It's self-preservation. But there's another sign, something even more subtle, that you'll start seeing. And when you do, you'll realize just how deep the deception goes. Keep watching to see the next hidden trick she's using to keep you in the dark. Way 9, the phone trick, hidden apps and messages. Let's be real for a second. If there's one thing you should be paying attention to, it's her phone. We all know how much time we spend on our phones these days, but here's the problem. Cheaters are experts at hiding things. And trust me, when she's up to something, her phone is the one thing that will betray her. It starts off subtle. Her phone is suddenly treated like it's her most precious possession, always within arm's reach, never left unattended. You've probably noticed how she's become extra protective of it, but you've let it slide. When she goes to the bathroom, she takes it. When she goes to bed, she hides it under the pillow. It's like her phone is some kind of secret vault. But it's not the phone itself you need to worry about. It's the apps and contacts she's hiding in there. If she suddenly has a new app that you've never seen, or if she starts deleting her call logs and messages when you aren't looking, that's not just coincidence. She's setting up an invisible trail. Here's the trick that will really catch her. Renamed contacts. Does she have a Jessica in her contacts, but the way she reacts when that name pops up seems a little too casual? What if Jessica isn't Jessica at all? It could be the guy she's been talking to, but he's hidden under a mask of friendly names or work-related tags. Some women even go as far as to install disappearing message apps that self-destruct after a few minutes. They're smart. They think they're fooling you, but you're smarter. You might even catch her acting odd when a message buzzes in. The quick glance, the way she tries to hide the screen from you, those are all signs. She's worried you'll catch on, but the truth is, she's been caught the second she started covering up her phone. See you in the next video.